Hi everybody, I'm Anna Vee and welcome to the podcast Dream Catchers, where we talk about going after your dreams and trying to find the keys to unlocking them. I'm an independent artist and I achieved some of my goals, but yet haven't reached my ultimate dream, which is to be a successful global artist. That's why I decided to create this podcast where I'm inviting people from the music industry, such as producers, artists, and other creatives with different experiences from record labels, TV shows, and independent growth. We're all gonna share our stories, and that will hopefully help us on our journey to the top. So please join me on this mission by clicking subscribe, the notification bell, don't forget thumbs up, and comment below what you want to know more about. Alright, let's go! Hi everybody and welcome to this very first and super special episode of Dream Catchers. As you can see, we really tried to create this party vibe for you guys since it's my birthday and the birthday of this podcast. So, to make this extra special, I have invited an amazing producer who is also a professional drummer and the guy that I've been working with since day one. Please welcome Steven Langs. How are you?
I'm good. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Are you ready to party?
I'm ready. After this, we're going straight to the city.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy that we're doing this podcast and finally, thank you. Finally, we're going to talk about music and everything what comes with it.
Yeah.
So, tell everybody about yourself, what do you do, and
all right.
Yeah.
Hey, hello,
many more
everybody.
things.
Yeah, as you said, I'm Steven Langs. I'm a producer and a freelance drummer, sometimes on tour with different bands or artists. So it's like a mix of the best of two worlds, I usually say. Yeah. And I'm from a small city up north in Sweden. Piteå, yeah. You've been there?
I've been there. So, my reaction.
I'm gonna show Anna my home city. We're gonna go there and record a little bit, work. And I'm like, okay, Anna, let's jump in the car. We're gonna go to the city. I'm gonna show you the center.
Yeah.
We start walking. 5 minutes later, we've been walking through the whole center, and I'm like, yeah, that's it.
And I was like, so where's the city? Yeah.
Because I thought in my head I always thought that we came from the same size of village.
No,
or
the population
city.
In my city is much way bigger.
Yeah,
like
in Piteå,
maybe 10 times bigger.
In the center is like 20,000 people, and then maybe 40,000 if you counting the whole county, so to speak. But and I always thought that you came from the same kind of city, the same size.
And I was always like not ashamed, but saying like, no, but my city is so small. It's like tiny. But yeah, the population there, it's like couple 100,000, so for sure. But anyway,
it's a bit bigger.
I was, it's very cute though. I really liked it there.
Yeah.
So how was your life there? You started there, your
I was
music
born in Piteå.
journey.
I started playing when I was very young. I was maybe 6 years old when I started playing drums. I come from a family with a father who's playing the piano, who's been freelancing a lot through his life. And that, of course, always been my role model in the musicality and everything. So I always wanted to be like my dad somehow, in some way. So I started playing the drums when I was 6 years old. I started writing songs when I was 10, maybe.
Talented. I remember you showed me when we met. Sorry for interrupting you, but I remember when we met, you showed me a musical that you wrote with your dad. And the music for this musical you wrote. Yeah,
so it was a project that me and my dad did.
You were so young.
We started when I was 15, I think.
Wow.
And so the deal was he was writing the script, a story from his life. Crazy story. It's crazy. Monique the Rock Musical, it's called. Either way,
maybe you should share it sometime.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I have it on DVD at home.
Yeah, it's very touching.
I know the main characters from the real life, like that the story is based around. Either way, so I wrote the music and my dad wrote the script. It was like a 2-year process where in the end we invited like old colleagues of dad's, like when he's been out touring in Europe and stuff, and his friends, he invited them. So it ended up becoming this huge project with like a 2-week rehearsal period with 8 shows with people from 9 different countries. I think we were 200 people involved.
Wow.
And it had premiere when I just turned 18, so it was like a 2-year, 2.5-year thing.
For
that was
you,
crazy.
It must be a big thing for
I
you
learned
back
a lot.
then.
So like I learned a lot.
And that period you studied in PTO, right?
Yeah, so I studied at the university, the music university in PTO. So I attended something called the Studio Musicians Program, where we basically record in the studio every week. And you have unlimited access to a studio where you can sit and write and produce and stuff.
For free.
Yeah. When I finished school and moved down to Stockholm to start my real career.
Yeah. When was that?
2001. Yeah, because it's 12 now.
OMG.
It's 21 now.
Yeah, it's 21. It's crazy to
I'm
think
such
of.
a...
No, but seriously, because of this
it's
corona.
It's 21 now.
Yeah, I know.
2001, I was 11 years old. I did not move to Stockholm then. Stockholm, I mean, Sweden is so small. So if you want to work with music, like as a freelance musician, or like the most common thing is to be in Stockholm or Gothenburg. Or they have a scene in Malmö as well, down south near Copenhagen, but it's mostly Stockholm or Gothenburg. And Stockholm is great. It's a very small community of musicians who actually can live of music. And so it took a while because I moved down and I didn't know anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was totally new. I never barely been in Stockholm. I went there and I knew some old students who's been studying at the same university as me, but it started with nothing basically.
Yeah.
So I had to like work myself up to create a network, find connections, and
of course
after a while get jobs. And yeah, in my musical like lifespan, so to speak, I had left. I mean, I always liked musicals, but it felt like it was a chapter that was done because I wanted to write pop music for. Like I always.
So you're into pop?
Yeah, I always loved the 90s pop. You know, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, basically everything Max Martin is doing.
Yeah.
or has been doing.
Whoop, Max Martin.
So.
He's amazing.
Yeah, but I never knew that you could actually make a living out of it. So, but when I moved down to Stockholm, I met this crazy girl called Ina, became a really good friend of mine. But she basically said, "Hi, I'm gonna be Sweden's biggest export of music."
Amazing.
I'm like,
that's the attitude we need.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
I'm from Piteå. We don't talk like that.
Yeah.
You know? You're crazy, but I liked it.
Yeah.
And then the day after, we met up for a fika, or a Swedish fika, which is coffee and a cinnamon bun.
Princess cake.
Yeah. So we sat in this cafe and she played me some songs and it was amazing. So cool songs. And she never stopped talking about her friends, Mattman and Robin, who were songwriters and signed with Universal. They weren't that big yet, but they were the songwriters for her. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
You know them.
But later the same day, she took me to the studio. I met Robin and Matthias, and it said click directly. They're like amazing people, super cool, super talented.
Super talented.
So for me, that was like a revelation. I'm like, it's possible.
Yeah.
I can actually make a good living out of writing and producing pop music for pop artists or mainstream artists.
Yeah, and do what you love.
Exactly. So that's when I decided, all right, I'm going to give this 110%. So that's
and you did.
How my production career sort of like started for real. And went from this musical thing to the pop thing.
So I know that you went to LA.
So a part of my university, we went for like 4 months or something to Los Angeles and studied at Musicians Institute.
I love America. How was that?
It was super cool.
Yeah. Tell me some juicy stories, because I know some.
Juicy stories. Which one? Should we do the tour story? Maybe?
Yeah,
Okay.
I love that one.
All right. So I was a good student in LA. I went to all my classes and did my thing as a good student should. And then a friend of mine, a bass player, told me, "Oh, Steve, you should go to this audition. They have an audition on Friday. And on this school, it's quite normal that they have auditions for different things. So they were looking for a band for the support act for a major artist for a summer tour in whole America."
And you're like, okay, I'm going there.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's go. That would
Let's
be
go,
fun.
let's do this.
Let's do that. And went there, standing in line, a lot of people there applying for this job. And coming into this room, and it's basically a lady in the corner with like a notepad or something. And this guy standing, like silver suit, looking really sharp. "Steven." I'm like, "Yeah." "Sit behind the drums." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure, sit behind the drums. Play me a groove." I'm like, "Okay." Start playing my groove, thinking I'm the best drummer in the whole world. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And I was quite confused because usually it's some kind of band there I'm gonna play with.
Or band. Yeah.
And he's like, "No worries, I'm gonna jam with you on my bongos."
Yeah.
And he started jamming with me. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is very weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
But okay,
in
let's
Hollywood,
do this.
playing with this silver suit guy. And like after a few minutes, he's like, "Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Steven. That was everything. We let you know how it goes. Thanks."
You're like,
Okay, we're done.
yeah.
Okay. I went home and thought, I will never get this. Blah blah. The day after, I see the same guy in a different silver suit, but still looking very sharp. He's at the like smoking area outside the school. So I go up to him and shakes his hand and saying, like, how is it going, and la la with the audition. And he's like, "You and this other Swedish guy, the bass player, you're on top of my list. But you will get the job as long as we can fix a visa for you." I'm like,
Wow.
amazing. I'm like, "Thank you, sir. Thank you."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Call me Mr. Hernandez."
I love it.
Mr. Hernandez.
Like
Oh wow, hello.
a Hollywood movie. Yeah.
And then I got his number. We texted a bit. I tried to fix the visa. I asked him via text who the major artist that we're gonna support, who it is, and it turns out it's Bruno Mars.
Wow.
And I'm like,
what an opportunity.
shit, I need to fix
Come
this
on,
visa.
Let's do this.
Google a little bit more. Turned out that Mr. Hernandez is Bruno's dad,
Oh, wow.
the guy in the silver suit.
It's amazing.
And
I love this.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
basically, I didn't manage to fix the visa, unfortunately.
Oh, that's
but
so sad.
it's a funny story. No.
Super like amazing story.
Yeah.
Can you imagine your life? How it would be if you know, because it was this first tour when since he released this huge album.
Yeah, it was the Jukebox something album, I think. Yeah.
Amazing.
Cool.
Did something else happen in Hollywood?
Ooh. Well, I have a very juicy story.
Come on.
More of a party story. It wasn't me. It's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I will not say his name. His name is but we're gonna blur that later. So they were two friends. As I said, I'm not a part of this story. They were at this club or whatever it is. It's called Rainbow in Hollywood, and all of a sudden they're standing there with their bear, and they're like, "Oh, hey man, look over there. It's freaking Ron Jeremy."
Oh my God.
And
for those who doesn't know who he is,
basically,
check him out.
Basically, he's like the world's most famous porn star. He was very gifted with his schlong, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so they see Ron Jeremy, so they're like, we have to go up and talk to him. So they go up to him and like, hi, and they thought, oh, two Swedes, so nice, because Swedish people usually have quite a good reputation in America. Two Swedes, so they start hanging out a little bit there at the club. Ron Jeremy's like, okay guys, we're gonna go to my house, for a little after party. Do you guys want to join?
And
Like,
like, tits, champagne.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, of course, let's go.
Yeah.
They went there, came into his house. There are some people there
It's
partying.
a mansion, amazing.
So they come in there,
Yeah.
but they don't have anything to drink.
Yeah.
So they asking one of Ron Jeremy's friends, hey man, can we get something to drink somewhere? Yeah, over there, like behind the bar. Just go behind the bar and mix whatever you want. And it's also important to know that my friend here is very, very, how to say, very clumsy when it comes to alcohol. Like when he's a bit tipsy, he can do very clumsy things. Either way, so back to the story. He's going behind the bar with his friend. They start mixing some drinks, like having a vodka, having a like Kahlua, boom, 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 and then super excited, yeah, and then poof, drops both bottles, smashes them on the floor.
Oh no!
The whole party stops.
Crazy.
Everybody's looking at them.
Yeah.
And Ron Jeremy's like, guys,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't such a good idea.
No. Maybe you
should go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You're like,
should.
okay, we're
Sorry.
done. We're done.
We go now.
Yeah. Oh, that's
we
crazy.
go. But they were there for maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's a cool story too.
All right. So back to music.
Yeah.
So how is it to be a producer, and how long did it take for you to learn all this craft? You know, because I'm so bad with computers. I can't even imagine. Like every time I'm looking what you do on your computer, I'm just like, okay. No, I should better just go with my coffee or whatever, my cup, first of all, away from this machine.
Yeah, I mean, how long it took, I still don't, I still learn every day.
Okay.
Like it's an ongoing process. I think you will learn. When you stop learning, you've lost your interest, I think.
Okay,
so
yeah, that's true.
You will always be able to develop.
Yeah.
You can always work on stuff.
Of course.
But of course, you come up to a level where you are comfortable with
To share.
You're
music.
comfortable with what you do, and you are proud of it. So you want the world to hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
And for me personally, it took a while for me to actually be comfortable to release my first production, because I've always been a perfectionist and I never felt like it was good enough. I was always comparing myself with
Max Martin.
exactly like if it's not
Yeah.
on that level, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Either way, so I was doing songs for different artists, but never felt like I was there. And I mean, I guess it was something the same with you as well. You must have before, because we met.
Yeah, sure. We met, and for me, it was very hard to accept that I'm writing songs.
Even though you already done it for many years.
I've done it many years, you know. But I don't know why. I guess it's because when you, as you said before, like you need to put in those hours, you know. And I'm also like quite a perfectionist. So when I know that I put those hours into my singing, and I always thought that I have to put the same amount of hours for writing, which is like almost impossible. Then I would be very old. But anyway, even though I love to create something new, I never put a label on me that I'm like a songwriter. No, I just like did it quietly, But when we met, you really helped me. Thank you so much for it.
But for me, it was, I mean, you helped me obviously a lot as well. It took.
We helped each other. No.
I mean, we worked, like for the first 2 years when we met, we worked on like
different projects
sounds and like different. We wrote a lot of songs.
Yeah.
But it took like 2 years before we like now it's good enough. Now we can actually release it. Do you remember how we
released our first single?
And we were so
Love When Love Is Free.
No.
I was ham new at this.
Yeah, that we took away later.
Okay, we took it away, guys. Fun song actually, but we took it away.
We took it away, but do you remember how we were so, because we've been working so much like on that song, and we're so excited. Okay, this is gonna
be a smash hit. This is gonna fly.
Yeah, and then we
up.
knew, because we were independent.
Yeah,
and we didn't know anything about the streaming world, the social media thing.
All the work behind it.
Yeah.
That's why, guys, I decided to create this podcast, because we know how hard it is. We know for real how hard it is to release music, you know, to be just talented and work for it. It's one thing. But when you start releasing and all these things behind, like marketing, social media, all these emails that nobody reads ever, it feels like. But you have to try. You have to build up, and that's how it is in this world right now, you know.
But do you remember how we released it? We were so excited, like now we're gonna take over the world. Everybody, the world's gonna be going crazy about this song. And then after 24 hours, we're checking the streams. It's like,
and 10 of our friends just watched it or listened to it. Oh my god!
And we're like, but it was such a reality came and slapped you in the face. We released it and we realized, wow. Nobody actually cares.
Nobody cares. What the fuck?
Nobody
what the
cares.
Fuck, man? Nobody cares.
No, but it was a very good lesson. Because then you like, all right, or both of us, we're okay.
It's just
we're doing something wrong, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we start checking. Okay, the streaming platforms. You can do PR campaigns. You can do social media. We need to build on Instagram. We need to build on YouTube. We need to build on Facebook. We need to build. Yeah, I think you need to build your social media and everything what's connected with it before you get signed with a label. You know, that's just my opinion. But I'd say because of two reasons. Reason number one, the bigger attraction you have before you get signed puts you in a better position to make a good deal, which is beneficial for you as an artist. If you already have fans, you already have followers and people who likes your music, then you can put bigger demands on the label. Yeah,
and it's not only about that. I think it's just about that you are the one who is choosing who you want to be, how you want to sound, what do you want to do. You know, I want to look like this in my video. I want to do this, you know, not just to be a marionette. I think it's very important, at least for me. And I would suggest for you guys who are independent artists, do this, please. Like start exactly, because without it, it's I guess it's no way. You know.
If you manage, send me an email. How did you do it?
How is it for the producers? Is it the same way like for artists?
Well, for producers, I mean, right now I'm independent. I'm an independent producer, and like first of all, a good tip I got from a producer friend of mine 10 years ago before I moved out to Stockholm. Steven, the best tip I can give you, create first. Yeah. Make songs. If you don't have songs, if you don't have artists to write for, go on internet, find somebody. You can with internet today, you can just send files back and forth, make productions, make 5 songs, so you have something to show. And then you can go and present yourself and try to get signed as a producer. But it's the same there. If you the bigger portfolio you have with awesome songs and preferably big successes, gonna increase your chances to get a better deal, to be put in the front row, to go with the bigger artists and
but tell me, if you could choose anybody in the world right now, for who would you like to write? And
so you mean
production?
like I can just call them now and book a session?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody.
Okay, I would. Okay.
Choose 3.
3. Okay. I would love to work in the Wolf Cousins production team.
Yeah.
Under Max Martin and Shellback and everybody. That would be so inspiring, I think, to be just surrounded by these.
I understand, and you know it's your friends
people
there, so that's why. Of
course.
Exactly. It would be awesome. It would be cool too. It would be like hang out,
coffee. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go to our rooms and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Besides that, artist, then I would, of course, Miley Cyrus. She's doing dope stuff right now.
She's amazing
with the rock thing and the rock influence. I mean, The Weeknd.
Yeah, man.
That would be cool.
He's cool.
I'm gonna continue now.
Yeah, okay. Do it
Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons would be dope.
Oh, yeah, they're amazing.
Anna Vee.
Oh, thank
Of
you.
course.
Oh, thank you. But you're already writing for me.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. But you have a debut EP soon.
Yes, we have a debut EP, I
Well,
would
we-
say, because yeah, this is the person behind the music productions. Yeah, it's coming out very soon, and we are super excited for it. And
A lot of hours
a
been-
lot
been
of
going
hours,
into this.
guys, and while we were in Spain, we recorded many songs, and we shot 2 music videos that will come out very soon. So I'm super, super duper, super excited. So please stay tuned.
Yeah, It's
Okay.
gonna be awesome.
And the first song that will be out, it's called Yellow Cadillac.
Yeah, Yellow Cadillac. Cool, and
Yeah.
with a music video.
Oh my God, I'm so
Awesome.
excited, guys. Like, you just don't understand.
They will understand soon.
You will understand.
You will get it. Now the whole world will
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah, and how we ended up in Spain. I brought my band, we came here to perform, and then the next day, they shut all airports in Spain.
Yeah, they basically put the whole country in quarantine.
Yeah.
So we were like, what should we do?
What should we do? Let's stay. It's not the worst
Yeah.
place to be. So please tell me, and for anyone who is watching us right now, if they want to be a producer or a songwriter, what would it be? Like, give us 3 tips.
Do you mean like a professional dancer?
Yeah, like a professional dancer.
Girl.
I've seen you dance
Tonight.
Tonight.
We're going out tonight. It's your birthday, girl. Okay, 3 tips to be a successful producer or musician. Well, I'm not successful yet, in my opinion.
Well, you are, but
Yeah, but I'm not.
you want to be
um,
on top.
Yeah, top model. No, but I want to be. I mean, always been aiming very high. So I can say 3 things that I'm trying to follow in my path there, maybe. So I would say, put in your hours.
Yeah,
Like, make sure you know your craft.
exactly.
Like you should not be having any self-doubt in a situation where you're sitting with an artist writing, or when you're sitting with a new band and you're gonna play your instrument. You should know what you can and you should know what you can deliver. So, and that means you need to just do your hours.
Yeah,
do your
exactly.
10,000 hours. Then you're all good.
Yeah.
And
Second,
I would say, be a nice person. Be a yes sayer. Like, anything that comes at you, even though you never know what's gonna happen.
No,
Always say yes first, and then
figure out later.
figure it out later. Like, I remember once was a musical director that I knew a little bit, and he asked, "Oh, Steven, can you come out on a tour for 3 weeks?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah, I'm a drummer." "No, we need to have a piano player."
Yeah. You're like, what?
"Yeah, I can do it." I can't play piano. And I got the gig a week before
Yeah.
we went.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, you sure, man? I can send you videos when I'm playing a little bit, and you have to decide." He's like, "Oh, that's fine. And then I'm like, day and night. I was a yes sayer.
That's about knowing your craft. Also.
I was a yes sayer, but then for a week, day and night, I
Didn't
had to
sleep, yeah.
I had to practice.
But that's fun.
But I was a yes sayer, and it turned out to something good in the end. Okay, number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3, and this is something I have struggled with, but I'm much better now. Be on time.
Be on time.
Be
That's
on
never
time,
about
people.
me. Never about me.
Be on time, people, because you don't want to create bad vibes with
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
You don't want to start off with bad vibes. And
That's
being like
true.
just 10 minutes late.
You
can
can be a
create that.
star though sometimes. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah,
To summarize it, guys, for you and for me, because it's very hot and it feels like my brain is boiling. So first tip from Stephen Langs, put in the hours. Second, be a humble person and a yes sayer. Yes. And third, be on time.
yeah,
I will try next time.
yeah.
Okay, that was amazing. Thank you so much for
Hope
joining
it helped
me.
something
Yeah,
for someone
and
out
it's
there.
super fun stories you told us.
I love this
Yeah,
concept. It's gonna be
we
awesome.
should do it together, maybe.
If you have me, you know.
We will see,
Well,
guys, about
I've seen
that.
your list of guests.
Yeah.
You've been asking to come on this podcast show.
Yeah,
It's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be amazing. So I'm very looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hope you like this episode. We need to go to party, and you need to subscribe. Comment below your thoughts, and don't forget, thumbs up. See you next time. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.